Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, hello, welcome. I'm Nelly's Corner. You're welcome. Click on the red subscribe button to join the family. Okay, without so much red, I want to answer all your questions you guys asked in a particular video, soya beans meal. Yes, although some of them I answered them back then, but due to one of these YouTube higiri haga, the answers what is higiri haga? The answers to some of the questions I answered in that video wiped off. Okay, so that is why I had to compile, because new subscribers are still repeating the same questions because obviously they cannot see the already answered questions. So the most popular question on that video is, what are the measurements? First of all, I want to list out the ingredients that I used on the soya beans meal. So the ingredients are 4 cups of soya bean, 2 fingers of unripe plantain, 1 cup of groundnut, that is peanuts, handful of prawn, that's the big crayfish, oporo, yes, or you can do half cup of prawn, dates to your taste. Dates is a natural sweetener, so you can just add dates to your taste. Please do not mind the noisy background, okay? A lot of things has been constraining me from doing this video. First, I do not have a second phone. I had to do it the analog way. That's why you're seeing me bending down. Then, secondly, I've prepared to shoot this video. Bam! Never on then. So, pardon all the background noise. I just hope my voice supersedes any background noise. So these are the ingredients that I used for the recipe and their right measurements. Then one thing I want to chip in is that soya beans is likely to make your baby poo to be hard. So it's always advised to keep your baby hydrated. Always give that baby water so that is not going to affect the soya beans, is not going to affect the baby like that. And secondly, when you're making it for a baby, make it light, not too watery and not too strong, okay? And always give water. Yes, I will emphasize on that. So the next question here is, I'll be attaching the questions here. So someone asked, did you cook the unripe plantain? The unripe plantain that I used on that video, I did not cook it. I only sun dried it. But it is also good you oven dry it even after sun drying it. Then you can also go ahead and roast it inside your empty pot. Roasting it to add flavor. But even if you don't want to go through these processes, you can just sun dry and blend. Because when you blend everything together, you will still cook it like you will cook it for your baby. So it's still not a problem. You don't need to cook the unripe plantain and sun dry. No, that one is going to take years to dry. So just sun dry it like that and roast or oven dry. Just blend it together with the other ingredients. When you're preparing it for your baby, you cook it properly. Yes, allow it to boil properly. How long can it be preserved? That's how long can the soya beans meal be preserved? The longest I've kept mine is within 3 to 4 months. There was a time I unintentionally left a soya beans even after a year. It was still good, but uh, give your baby fresh soya beans. Just make in small batches that will last 3 months. So the next question I have here is, okay, I think the first question also asked my sisters. Please do not be offended. I don't have a second phone, so let me just go back to the first question. I think I skipped one question. The appropriate age that can take the soya beans. The appropriate age is from 6 months above, nothing less than 6 months. Okay. Then we'll move on to the next question. Can I remove the soya beans and replace with millet and guinea corn? If you remove the soya beans, that means it's no longer a soya beans meal. If you want to remove the soya beans, maybe because it's constipating your baby, That you can always replace it with millet and guinea corn, but it's no longer a soya beans meal. It has turned to what? Tom brown, which is also healthy for your baby. I also have a Tom Brown recipe in this channel. I'll be linking every linkables in the description box, or I might drop them in the comment section and pin them for you to access it easily. Then the next question I have here is, do I boil water and pour inside, or stir, or just put it inside empty pot? Okay, this one is trying to know the procedure in making the soya beans meal. You know how you do your semo? You have to first of all add water to your powdered soya bean. That is after you must have finished roasting, grinding it. Yes. So add water to the soya bean, melt it with water like gbari agbari. What is gbari agbari? Gbari agbari, like make sure that there is no lumps. Okay, make sure there is no lumps. You stir it and then you pour it into a boiling water. So just be careful on the quantity of water you put. Then you stir till it comes out to the consistency you like. Okay, I'm still going to add the video if I've not added it. Then right, okay. Well done, sister. Please, at which point did you put the plantain, or you just blend together with all after drying it? Yes, the process is always like this. You dry, after drying you roast, after roasting you blend all together. That's how the process is. It's just simple: dry, roast, blend. Can you skip frying if it is well sun dried? No. You roasting it is also another way of cooking it, so you don't give your child raw ingredients. And also roasting it adds to the flavor. Roasting, even these days people are even roasting fresh tomatoes to make stew. I don't know if you have seen such thing. Yes, so roasting has a way of adding flavor to your food. Yes, apart from partially cooking it, it also adds flavor. Even some people roast their children's rice before they blend it into rice cereal. Don't worry, I just pray that I have the energy to, because the way it is doing me, the way it's just doing me, I should.
He's just doing me like I should. Where?
The way it's just doing me, um I want to give you guys a full load of recipes, but I just started working recently, so I don't know how I will combine it, but I will still do it, okay? Because my baby also needs it, and I'm sure your baby also needs it too. So watch out, okay? Next year, by God's grace, more recipes will come your way. Then the seventh question is, can adults use it to gain weight? Obviously, the food is a very healthy meal that is likely to make you gain weight. Okay, so you can always try it. Is milk necessary? In my own opinion, the milk is not necessary, but I love adding milk to it. So it's just your choice. That dates alone and soya beans alone, they are good to go. But you can always, because children need milk. Children need milk, so you can always add milk. Please, do you sell? The answer is no for now. In as much as it in my mind, it in my mind. So anytime the project kicks up or kicks off, is it kicks off? Anytime the project kicks off, I will always inform you guys. You are my people, okay? So I'm going to inform you guys anytime I start making soya beans meal or Tom Brown, okay? But it in my mind. So the next one is the dates. So someone laid a complaint. She said the dates, after washing it, sun drying it, takes long and still soft. How can it come in being well dry for grinding? Okay, like she's saying that the date doesn't always dry up like me. I've always had that problem with dates, but I think you can always do these two things. Even after sun drying it, you can put it inside the oven lower the heat, let the heat like to 100 degrees centigrade, let the heat dry it slowly. Then another option you can likely test is taking it to the miller. Even in that soybean video, you will find out that some of the dates don't blend well. So na so dates get coconut head, abi no, e get coconut head. So if you find it uncomfortable blending it together, you can always make date powder. Yes, make date powder and save it. It will be very smooth. After making your baby soyabean meal, you can add the date powder. You can also make date syrup. I have a full detailed video on how to make date syrup. So you can always make date syrup separately and add it to your soyabeans meal if you don't want all those chunks of dates in your powdered soyabeans. Okay, can adult take this pap? Yes, adults can take the pap. Then she went ahead and asked, please, how can I cook the soya beans before? Okay, like for how long can you cook the soya beans before removing the shaft? First of all, I soak the soya beans overnight. You can, even after soaking the soya beans overnight, you can easily just wash it off like this, okay? And the shaft will go out. But whenever I'm preparing soya beans for my children, instead of soaking overnight, I don't know which one is more effective. I don't know whether it is soaking or whether it is boiling. But whenever I am making it for my children, I always boil and the shaft always comes out easily. Soaking it helps to ferment it, and fermentation is also good for your child's gut. So either way na way, yes. Any which way na way. So the main thing is when you boil it, once the shaft comes up, because the shaft comes up so easily, you can just turn it off and remove the shaft. That's all. The shaft. So I think that is all. Okay, I still have some questions. The questions plenty. Oh. What if I don't have plantain? What can I use? Plantain here serves as the iron in this meal. So you removing plantain means you are removing the iron in the meal. So plantain is necessary for the meal. So if you check around and you don't find plantain, you can always replace it with unripe banana. Unripe banana is another healthy food that has a lot of potassium, vitamins and the rest. Okay. So the next question I have here is, can I add breast milk? Yes, you can. Then someone has said, okay. This one is just a compliment. Yeah, I appreciate you, sis. Okay. She said her baby slept well after eating the soya beans meal. I'm happy your baby did so. Okay. So having said this, I will be wrapping it up here. If you have not watched this recipe, go to my comment section or description and click on the link to watch the video we are talking about. Then you can always drop your questions. I'll be here to answer it all. The expect an updated version of the soya beans meal. Have you given the soya beans to your child? If you have not, try it for a 6 months old baby. You will like it. So I'll be drawing the curtains here. Do well to click on the red subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let's call it a day. I'll see you guys in my next video. So for now, bye bye. Please do well to check the link in the description box comment section. Yeah, I'll see you.